So we have a lot of information in the last week, and I'm not just talking about the Activision Blizzard deal with Xbox, I'm also talking about Xbox themselves, who just announced a price increase to their games. There's a lot of information here because, as you notice, I've been making about one video a week, so I want to jump into the main things that have been going on. And trust me, there's a lot of stuff happening right now in the gaming industry revolving around Xbox and revolving around gaming in general. So let's get into everything because there's a lot of details here. Alright, so you know the drill. If you like the content, hit that subscribe button and that like button. And if you want to be notified on future videos, hit that small little bell icon. And if you want to go to the extra mile to support the channel, hit that join button. All the support is greatly appreciated. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about has to be this rift at the FTC. You know, the people that are basically trying to fight against the Microsoft Activision Blizzard merger, and there's a lot of people in there that might actually be swaying towards the deal being approved by the FTC, which might help the CMA in the European courts. Now, I just gotta say that this is all rumors, but the people that it's coming from is the New York Post and a bunch of other people across the gaming industry that have insights into what Microsoft and Xbox are trying to do. Now, the first one I want to talk about is Microsoft is actually prepared to fight in court to ensure that the $69 billion deal actually happens. And I just want to jump right into this because this is coming from Bloomberg. So let's get into the article. Microsoft is prepared to fight in court to ensure its $69 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard goes through, should the U.S. Federal Trade Commission attempt to block the deal. That's according to a new report by Bloomberg, which cites a person familiar with the matter. The claim follows the recent publication of Politico report, which alleged that the FTC was likely to file an antitrust lawsuit to block Microsoft's proposed takeover of the Call of Duty parent. An antitrust lawsuit would mean that Microsoft would have to fight to push forward its acquisition of the Call of Duty maker in U.S. courts. Now, according to Bloomberg, a lot of people within the FTC and this lawsuit was pretty viable. A lot of people thought it was going to happen, yet Activision Blizzard's CCO has also said that the company won't hesitate to fight to make sure that Microsoft is successful in acquiring their company. Now, there's a lot of stuff going on here, and I think Microsoft and, of course, Xbox have been prepared for this for months and months, if not since the deal went through back in January early this year. And let's be real here. They keep talking about Call of Duty. They keep talking about all these other things, yet it's Microsoft that has even offered up a 10-year deal to Sony to put it on their platform for the next 10 years. Instead of that 3-year deal, which, by the way, was unheard of in the gaming industry in any business where you're supposed to keep what you make and what you put money on onto another platform. Yeah, that's what Xbox was doing. They were going that far, 10 years, to make this happen. Yet, now there's a little rift happening at the FTC that's stirring up hope that this deal might go through. Here's what's being said in the New York Post, where it seems like things are starting to heat up at the FTC. A rift has emerged at the Federal Trade Commission over Microsoft's $69 billion deal to acquire Activision, potentially paving the way for the controversial mega merger to get approved, the Post has learned. At least one Democrat on the 4-member panel has recently taken a sympathetic view of the merger. According to a source close to the situation, that in turn could create a difficult path for the FTC chair Lina Khan, who, according to insiders, has eyed Microsoft's deal as a major target as she looks to burnish her credentials as a trust buster of big tech. Sources said Khan, who said publicly in June the agency was scrutinizing the deal's impact on workers, was in recent weeks still pushing a suit to block the merger, which would pair Microsoft's Xbox with hit Activision games like Call of Duty and Candy Crush. Late last month, Politico reported that the FTC lawsuit against the deal was likely, noting that the agency's staff are skeptical of the company's arguments. Now, there is a rift happening. People are not understanding that a Democratic person to go there and actually kind of lean towards Microsoft. There was already Republican commissioners and a bunch of other people and 3 Democratic commissioners that were kind of leaning towards Microsoft. So it is not looking good for the FTC to actually sue, especially since a lot of people within the Democratic Party or within anybody in the FTC thinks that it's not a winnable case. that why would they spend all this money on a court case that they might lose because Microsoft has endless pockets. But not that, they just don't have any good reason why they should block this merger. A lot of people within Activision Blizzard are saying they would want the merger. A lot of workers are saying it's okay. The Work Commission has said it's okay. Everybody has said it's pretty much okay, that they have no problem with it. So the FTC just seems like they're kind of trying to buffer their resume and kind of attack this and bring it down just so they could say they took on big tech or they can take on Microsoft. So I have to say that I think with this whole thing with the FTC that it's a good sign that this might go through. Now, don't get me wrong. They might still get sued. Things could change over, the next month or two. But overall, I think the bigger one is European commissions. I think the CMA and all of them are the biggest ones that they need to fight. I think the FTC will make this go through, which is good because then we can just get over this whole deal. But now I do want to shift gears completely. I want to shift over to Microsoft raising their prices of new first-party games built for the Xbox Series X and S to $70. And this is going to be taking place in 2023. And in fact, I kind of just want to jump into this and see what happens. Beginning in 2023, games built for Xbox Series X and S, including Forza Motorsport, Redfall, and Starfield, will cost $70 at launch. While Xbox has noted that regional pricing may differ, it has not yet given specifics for other countries. This price reflects the content, scale, and technical complexity of these titles, a Microsoft spokesperson told IGN. As with all games developed by our teams at Xbox, they will also be available with Game Pass the same day they launch. The price increase is unsurprising, given that earlier this year, Xbox head Phil Spencer said that the company wouldn't be able to hold its prices forever, but that Xbox would not raise prices ahead of the 2023 holiday season. Xbox is also not the first company to have done this. Sony, Ubisoft, and Take-Two Interactive have announced $70 price points for certain new games, and Sony specifically has discussed raising the prices even higher. Now, I don't like this at all. I know that I like Xbox. I know I like their platform. I play a lot on my PC with the Xbox, and I play a lot on my console. I just beat Somerville on it. I enjoy Game Pass. I enjoy the platform. I enjoy the controller. I enjoy the ecosystem. But the one thing that I hate is that they're going to be raising these prices when they have no games coming out. I'm sorry. I don't understand how you're going to raise prices when all of 2022 you have literally brought out maybe one game that should have been a $40, $50 game, highly rated in Pentiment, but you also brought out Grounded, which has kind of been out for a couple years now. It was just in preview mode. And now when you start actually dropping these games, aka Motorsport, Redfall, and Starfield, and actually are using this Bethesda buyout, and you're going to get first-party games, you jack the prices up. I am so against this. I do not like it. It feels very predatory. It feels like Xbox just kind of waited until they actually had games to launch, aka in 2023, when they decided to raise the prices. And this is something I called out when Phil Spencer first spoke. He said that we're not going to raise the prices for the 2022 holiday season. We really wanted to make sure that this holiday season was great for us. Well, when you look at everything, it seems kind of like a massive business move and not really a gamer-friendly move. It sounds like you kept the prices there and the console prices there so you can get an influx of people coming to your platform, aka during the holiday season, and then you kind of flaunt Game Pass in front of them and there you go. But as the year goes on and we go into next year, when you start actually having games, you're jacking the prices up to those people that just joined your ecosystem and that ecosystem that doesn't have any games on it. And I'm sorry to say that, but that's just the truth of it. Last year, they dropped a lot of games. They kept them at the same price, and those games rated high, and we had a good time. This year, there was absolutely nothing. It was kind of embarrassing. And this is what we get. We get $70 games when you start dropping games. I'm not for this at all, and I think it's kind of weird that Xbox is doing this. They've been very gamer-friendly, very, forefront of what gamers want. And if you looked at anything, gamers don't want $70 games. I understand that people bought it on the PlayStation. I understand some people are buying it on PC also. But I just don't want this precedent to go forward. And from now on, games are going to be $70. That's the standard. $70 for every game we get. And it's going to be like that for a very long time. Yet there's still those games that launch on the Series X and the PS5 that launch for $70 but launch for $60 on the PC or $10 less on the PC. This isn't a good precedent to have pushed forward for console gamers. Just like Xbox Live should be free and playing online should be free, This also should not happen. Console gamers as a whole need to stand up and actually vote with their wallet on this one. And I've been saying that for a long time with the PS5. I've been saying that a long time for a lot of things. But overall, it needs to be the console gamers that do this. If you're going to jack the prices up of the games, you better start making Xbox Live Gold for free, or Xbox Network, whatever you call it now, for free. That's just my whole take on this. I don't want to see this happening. I don't want to see this trend happening, because pretty soon we're going to see the console prices go up, and we're going to see everything else go up in prices, and the gamers are going to be the ones taking the blunt of it. And I have to say one thing. Wasn't all the graphic fidelity and all the performance and the new tech the reason why they make these games $70? Yet most of the games that are launching on PS5 and Xbox have been 1080p and not even 60. So what next-gen features are you actually using on these games to justify the $70? I'm sorry, I'm one of those people that's disappointed in the performance of the consoles. I'm annoyed that they're coming out with developers saying like, oh, this is $70, but it's going to be 1080p. Kind of like, you know, Evil West was 1080p. Kind of like Dying Light 2 was 1080p. Kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy was 1080p. Kind of like Gotham Knights is 30 frames. And so was Plague Tale Requiem. All these games are coming that are not performing that well, yet you're charging more money for them. Maybe actually take these consoles and put them to great use. Utilize them so you can justify that $70. That's what I want to see before you start jacking these prices up. I want to see the consoles being utilized. I want to see every feature being utilized. And I want to see games that, you know, like Phil Spencer said, uncompromised 4K with great performance. That's something that's not happened at all this generation, and I know we're 2 years in, and trust me, 2023 better be that year where we see that, especially with these price tags you're putting on these games. But let me know what you think about all of this. Do you agree with the $70 price hike? Do you think that Xbox is going to raise the price of their consoles? Do you like that they did that, or do you want to see them actually utilize these consoles and these tools before they start bringing the prices up? Are you surprised that there's a rift in the FTC? Do you think that this is going to open the door for Microsoft to finally lock this Activision Blizzard deal down? Go down below and let me know. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please hit that subscribe button and that like button to support us out the channel more than you know. And give me a follow on Twitter at Zalker87. I'm always on there talking games and sharing my latest videos. Plus, I love interacting with everyone there, so get on Twitter and let's talk about gaming. Also, follow me on Xbox Live. My gamertag is Zalker87, just like my channel name. See what games I'm playing, and let's compete in achievements for the month. So right now, I haven't been playing that many games. I've been pretty busy at work. I've been going on site a lot. I haven't been home. So honestly, I've been playing a lot of God of War. I'm about 15, 16 hours into it. That's kind of the only game I've been able to play. I beat Somerville, you know, all these games that I was able to be kind of portable on xCloud or on my laptop. And I've had a lot of fun with that. And I've been playing a lot on my Steam Deck, but God of War has been the one taking most of my time. And of course, I've been jumping into Rocket League, Call of Duty, and a bunch of other games. And I've been recently playing Fortnite, which I have to say is a lot of fun. The new season dropped, and I just wanted to go in there and check it out. And I have to say, it was a lot of fun, and I'm enjoying it thoroughly. The game just has a lot of cool mechanics, quests, and it's more than just a BR, so I'm having a good time. Plus, I have no skins in the game, literally nothing. I am stock skin person. I suck, but I'm having fun and getting second place a lot. I got to get a W, so I'm enjoying that. But let me know what you're playing. Are you playing something on your Xbox, your PS5? Are you playing something on your PC, your Steam Deck, Nintendo? Let me know, because that's what we're here for. It's to talk games. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, remember, enjoy your gaming. Later.